What's up, guys? Um, I just want to talk about the Blackberry Passport. Um, I have a couple of phones. I um, I actually bought the Passport off of eBay, off of all the videos that I've watched. Um, Previous to this, I've never actually had a BlackBerry before. I didn't know what the operating system um, on the Passport was going to be like. But I don't have the Passport anymore. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One of the main reasons is the screen size is too small. It's a square screen. I forget the size of it, but it's about, I don't know, 4 point something inches. It's just too small to do anything productive. I've watched a lot of these videos, and apparently one of the big selling points of this of the Passport is the screen size. But to be honest with you, I found it to be just too small to do anything productive on it. As far as the other downside to it, I did not like the keyboard. Normally, I'm a fan of QWERTY keyboards. I love QWERTY keyboards. I prefer it over the on-screen keyboard, uh, especially when I'm writing long messages or whatever I'm doing. If I'm writing a lot of stuff, I prefer a QWERTY keyboard. But for whatever reason, the QWERTY keyboard on the Passport, it just wasn't as good as I hoped it would be, and it wasn't because it was missing the row of numbers. It would have been better, I guess, if it had a row of numbers, but for whatever reason, I found it to be I don't know, off. I mean, I would type, and for whatever reason, my hand would be somewhere on the screen, and I would be clicking on something, and it'll like I'll be clicking on an app or whatever, and it'll pop up while I'm typing, and it's just really a pain in the ass. But back to the display for a sec. I currently have a Note 5, and I like the fact that I can I can turn it on the side and get this huge screen. With a Passport, you can't do that. Um, it's a square, so however you rotate it, you're gonna get the same screen. And like I said, it was really challenging looking at websites and stuff like that. You'd always have to enlarge it, enlarge the page. So that wasn't as good as a feature as I hoped it would be, because a lot of people brought up how big the screen was. Also, I did not like how it fit in my hand. It's pretty much a square, so I don't know. It just fit weird in my hand, and I just didn't like the way it fit. It's I guess um, I don't know. I guess it might be a little bit too big, or it might be a little bit squarish or whatever. But it just I didn't like how it fit in my hand. Aside from that, the speakers were great. I actually enjoyed BlackBerry OS. It kind of felt like the same OS I had when I had the Nokia 900. I know that's an old phone. If you guys actually know what that phone is, but the operating system actually felt like that. I liked BlackBerry's um, native browser. Um, but the other thing I didn't like about it was the apps. I didn't like that it didn't have the Play Store. I mean, at this point, I'm pretty sure you could, and it's pretty easy to download an APK of the Play Store. But I didn't even get that far into it before I sold it. Um, so, but everything else on it was all right. Was okay. I never got to use the BlackBerry Hub, the feature that everybody kind of thinks about when they think about BlackBerry. I never got to use that. Um, so I don't know what that's like. But since I don't have it anymore, um, I'm probably never gonna use it. But right, thinking about it, I probably will get to use it, seeing as how I have moved on to the BlackBerry Priv. Probably gonna get that a couple of days, see what that's like. Hopefully, it'll give me the same kind of experience that BlackBerry has on its operating system, but with a Android feel to it. And I think the bigger screen might actually work a lot better um, as far as that's concerned. But wrapping up, I think, in my own personal opinion, I think the BlackBerry Passport is kind of overrated. I've watched a ton of videos. I know everybody's been saying some great things about it. They're probably a lot of them are probably a lot of these people are probably BlackBerry fans. Probably had BlackBerry for a long while, but like I said, I've never had BlackBerry, but the operating system wasn't the problem. It was just the physical features of the phone, and I understand why it didn't sell as well as it did. Um, uh, I think it would work better if it was more of a rectangular phone, like the the notes or no 5, the notes and what regular phones are like. Um, the Apple iPhone 6, etc., etc. But to make it a square screen, where regardless of how you rotate it, everything, all the configuration is gonna be the same, regardless of whether you rotate on the side or not. It's I don't know what that purpose is, but it doesn't actually work for me. But as far as the sound from it, it has a great audio coming from the speakers were pretty awesome. I've watched the videos, one of these videos where that's a huge selling point for somebody. Um, but other than that, I'm gonna do a review on the BlackBerry Priv, and I'm gonna let you guys know how that works out for me. But this phone. The physical features on it, I'm just gonna give it. If I had to rate this phone 1 out of 10, I'd probably give it maybe like a 6 or whatever, a little bit above average, but nothing great. And the reviews that I've read for it, I don't know why people are loving this phone as much as they do, because I just found it a little bit clunky.